better Detroit. We need a better Detroit city.
You know, all around the world, people talk about the city of Detroit. Well, I'm here to tell you about a hidden oasis. Well, for many people. Not for me. I've been here, my family and friends. But we want to show you some great things that's happening in the city of Detroit. Follow me. It's a pretty chilly day out here today. Not so bad. Could be a lot worse. No complaints. But today we're going to introduce you again to a couple of different places. Motor City Java House, the Detroit Candle Company, and we got some other surprises here. One person we're going to talk to is say hello.
Hello.
Hi, you go ahead. So we're going to be talking to her later on today, and really excited about being here. So just stick around. We'll be right back.
Impossible.
When you open a book, you can explore new lands, meet new friends, and discover new adventures. There are amazing possibilities when you open your mind to reading. You can log onto the Library of Congress website and let the journey begin.
Hello, I am Councilman James Tate here again in the fabulous village, and I'm here with Miss Alicia Marion. Hello.
How you doing, Councilman
Thanks
Tate?
for allowing us to come by and say a few words with you.
Glad to
Spend
have
some
you
time.
here.
Yeah, so tell me, we're in, right now, this portion of the village, we're in Motor City Java House.
Yes, sir.
I remember listening to you talk about this dream a number of years ago, and here we are. Tell me about it.
Well, this is the Motor City Java House. We've been open for 1 year. It has been a dream come true, and I love sharing it with the community.
So what are some of the activities that take place in the Java House, in working with, in collaboration with some of the other businesses that are here?
Yes, it has become a multi-purpose space. It has become the home of the chess club here at the Artist Village, ballroom lessons on Fridays, book clubs. We have community meetings, your local block clubs in the area that meet here once a month, and many other events that go on. Jury parties, book signings, storytelling for the kids, and of course Santa's been here.
Just an all needs, all purpose type of place for the community.
Absolutely.
So now when you're growing up, you know, I think many people don't say, you know, I want to run a coffee shop. What got you going in that direction?
Well, it was because of the work that I was doing in the neighborhood with Motor City Blightbusters, all of the community development that we've been doing. It only made sense that the dream that I had to have a neighborhood coffee shop would fit right in, and it fits right here in the Old Redford district of Northwest Detroit. So it has become that meeting place, that gathering place, something that the community can be proud of and can bring their loved ones to.
And see, that's what's so special about this area. You know, I'm born and raised northwest side of the city, and I remember what Old Redford used to look like.
Yes, sir.
We're just talking about less than 10 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And you all, Motor City Blightbusters, you came in and really not just worked in this area, but also in the community, in the neighborhood, which I think is extremely important because these are the people who are going to be patronizing you. So
Absolutely.
tell me, how does that relationship work with all the various entities that are working towards transforming Old Redford and the community, the neighbors?
It has been a profound respect because we started to work from within the community, as you stated. We started to help folks with their light bill, their gas bill, with building the block club, with helping them become homeowners and renovating the abandoned homes. It only made sense that we would come back in with the economic development so that the community can have something to come to have that business district that's nestled in each community throughout, you know, the city, throughout the state. So we wanted to have that here as well. So the Old Redford Business Association has grown over the last year. We've added about 10 new businesses over the last 10 years, and it's just become that one-stop shop for the community to come to.
Yeah, and I think I've seen and heard about a number of businesses who are actually thinking about relocating over here as well. So can't wait to hear those conversations move forward.
Yes.
This is a tremendous, and you actually next door, you have one of the oldest standing theaters in the city of Detroit.
Absolutely.
What's the name of it again? So those who don't know.
It's the Old Redford Theater.
Yeah, and they're actually having movies today.
Yes.
Big deal for your business and others around here as well. So it seems like everything kind of works together in this area.
It does. It's all working together. When folks come to visit, once again, they can go check out a movie. They can go get a slice of sweet potato pie. They can get
Right across the street.
Right across the street. They can get some of their clothes tailored by Deb's Sewing Room. They can get their shoes shined by Sam's Shoe Repair. And of course, come over to the Java House and get a cup of Java latte cappuccinos, fresh sandwiches that we have here.
Now, what's the crowd favorite when we talk about coffee? I have one, and I'm going to pick it up before I leave here. But what's the crowd favorite?
The crowd favorite is Jim Making Me Crazy.
That's mine.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. What does that taste like?
It has a caramel type flavor and a nice, smooth, robust flavor, and it's just been the favorite of the city. It really has. So it's a fun name. We like to play with the name, but it is a smooth coffee, and it is one of the coffees that when we buy coffee from Java House, we're going to help the villages where they actually pick the beans from.
Good.
Yes.
Well, and you know, some of these coffee houses, the prices are like $6, $7 for a large, or they change the language to French sometime and to Italian. You've got large, right?
Yeah, small and large.
Small and large. What are our prices like over here
For a
the coffee?
small cup of coffee that's about 12 ounces is $2, and a large of 16 ounces is $2.50.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat that with a stick.
They can't beat it.
Yeah.
You know, so tell me this. Now, we see where you are today. Vision. What is your vision for the Old Redford District, and specifically for Java House? What's your vision moving forward, and how are you using that vision to help inspire our young folks that are coming up?
Absolutely. The vision of Java House is to be that place where entrepreneurs can see that if you have a dream, that you can make it happen. The young people, I want them to come through, and we want to help mentor them and knowing how it is to have a business. We want this area to thrive when it comes to more economic development. We like to have our summer fairs, our art fairs, or job fairs, or health fairs here in this business district. We want the lights, the benches, the trees. We want the foot traffic. We want Grand River and Lahser we want to cause a traffic jam right here at Grand River and Lahser. It's been many years that this area has been abandoned. We wanted to be that part to bring back that positive energy and get the foot traffic going back, and want that energy to be contagious so that other businesses and other community people can come out and join us as we revitalize and stabilize the city.
Yeah, so it's clear that showing that you all are working together, you really have a template for the rest of the city to really follow.
We like to be that model for the city. We like for each pocket of the city to have its own artist village, and compiled with the neighbors of that area to come together and do something that's the right thing to do, which is take care of your neighborhood and your neighborhood to take care of you.
And you talked about Artist Village. Tell me, how did Artist Village start? And because right now everything's, we're in the daytime, but we know that when the sun begins to fall and it gets a little darker and later at night, other things happen here as well.
Absolutely.
So walk me through what happens in Artist Village, and how did it come about, and what takes place, and why should I, which I've been here, but why should I come out and enjoy myself in the Artist Village?
The first thing is, how did this all get started? How this all got started was John George of Motor City Blightbusters continues to renovate and fix up things in the city of Detroit. Chaz Miller, who's the artist, wanted to beautify the neighborhood and teach kids how to paint murals. I wanted to offer the community the heart and soul. So when you come here, you get a dose of all of that. We have renovated the facility, we have beautified the area, and I'm here offering, my southern hospitality to everyone.
Y'all.
So in the course of a day, we can start with volunteerism. That's folks coming out to help us volunteer, to work in the community gardens, to paint, to clean, to fix up. We can paint murals. It could start with a chess club meeting in the afternoon. Young people us teaching them strategically about life and chess and moving 4 or 5 steps ahead instead of just looking around the corner. They can grab lunch here at the Java House. There's a movie that goes on next door that people come over during intermission and before the movie to get their snacks. Toward the evening time, we get into our entertainment where the artists come out and do an open mic session called Creative Juices. That is when some of Detroit's hottest poets come out from all over the city and grace us with their presence on that stage.
And that's been happening for how many years now?
6 years
6
now.
years, wow.
6 years every Saturday. Longest running poetry spot in the city.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
And we just talked to the Candle Lady.
Yes.
One of your newest
Newest
tenants.
addition to the family.
Yes, tell us about that.
She's been here 2 months now, and it's been exciting. Her energy is positive. She's living her dream. We're being creative with our financing these days. As you know, people have to do that. Her tenacity to want to make the neighborhood better has been incredible. And she's included everybody, the kids, like her candle camp classes that she's offering to the young people, which has just been a beautiful thing.
Yeah. One last thing, we again talk about vision. Without vision, people perish. And I've seen the vision that you all have put together here in this area, and I'm very thankful as a councilman, but also as a resident to see, you know, all it takes is people who are willing to get out and put a little sweat equity and blood, sweat, and tears.
Absolutely.
As Chaz told us earlier, he's got a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in everything that we've done around here. So thank you so much for allowing us an opportunity to be here.
Thank you.
And we want to continue to see you rise. Before I leave, moving forward, what do we want to see this area look like in 10 years, 20 years from now?
In 10 years, we want this area again, all the lights on, every business is open. We want to see the foot traffic. We want this area to thrive in housing and economic development for the businesses, parks for the families and the kids. We just want to see the positive energy come back to the city, and it's going to start right here at Grand River and Lahser.
I have no doubt that it's going to happen. I just want to thank you again for opening your doors, and we really appreciate everything that you've done. Here we are. We're in Old Redford District, and we have seen some great movement here. A lot of folks talk when you're here in the city of Detroit about some of the negative things, some of the challenges that we have. But we wanted to expose you today to some of the great things that makes Detroit so awesome. We're not where we want to be necessarily, but we're doing everything we can to make this city the better Detroit that we all deserve and respect and love to have. So with that, Councilman James Tate, we will check in with you next time and appreciate you for dropping by. Take care.
I am stuffed.
After that meal, I have got to pass gas.
Powder room's right there.
No! Daddy's gas can kill us all!
That's right. Toxic clouds like the one I'm about to unleash could make everyone deathly ill. Even that baby of yours. Be right back.
Secondhand smoke contains hydrogen cyanide and other deadly gases.
What a guy.
He is a keeper.
Don't pass gas. Take it outside.
I'm out here every week talking to people about sex. And my message is simple. If you're gonna have sex, a latex condom used consistently and correctly could help prevent the spread of HIV and other STDs. People out there gotta understand. That's why I'll go anywhere to talk about latex condoms. Even into your living room.
My name is Audra Butler. I found out about it actually last night at the sipping shop at the Detroit Candle Company, and I came over here and I noticed it was really peaceful, serene. I love how it's manicured, all the different artworks, all the local designs. The food is great, and the owner is magnificent. So it's a place to study and just relax. I love they have the chess table, just everybody come and fellowship and have a good, peaceful time here. They're offering more businesses that attract different people. So I'm glad that it's here. I'm glad that they're developing different ways of business. The things that they sell here is making the city grow up. It's a warm environment. Like I said, the food is excellent. The people are great. you feel at home when you come in here. I mean, they have kitchen tables and everything in their kitchen area, in the coffee area. Next door, you can have all the wonderful aromas of different scents that you can buy, different local accessories. It's just a really cool place to come and hang out, meet new people. If you're studying, you can go over on a cozy couch and study. They have Wi-Fi. I mean, it was all the things that attracted me to want to come back again today is why I'm here. And I want to keep coming here. I want to keep promoting black businesses, black small businesses.
Well, I actually grew up in this area, and I go to church in the area, so kind of stay connected with here, and frequently go to the sweet potato store. And so we saw when they were refurbishing this building, and you know, just watching with anticipation. And it took them a little while to finish it, but we were quite excited when it was done because of what we could see them doing, really investing in this building, making it a very nice and a pleasant place to sit and have a cup of coffee, visit, read a book. A lot of the coffee shops that we've been to before, you just go in and get your coffee and get out. There's no atmosphere. So this is an atmosphere that allows people to, sit and stay and stay in the, relax, read a book. My wife and I spent 10 years in Austin, and they have quite a few coffee shops with this type of atmosphere. So when we moved back to Detroit, we were missing that. So we were just excited to find this. Well, when we came in, we met Alicia, and they have the artist village and all that going on here. So she took us back and showed the kids all of everything that's going on with that artist village, and showed them all of that. So it's pretty exciting for the kids just to see what's going on, to see the artwork that other people are producing in this very facility. The fact that if people enjoy going and having a good cup of coffee, they've got great coffee here, but also a little more atmosphere than some of the other shops, coffee cafes. But also, that if it's somebody in the community, there's a lot of community activity that goes on here with the Blight Busters and everything else. So it's a good place to come and connect with people and see what's going on in the community here. And I like being close to family and friends, and enjoyed Detroit, missed it. So I actually came back down here to show the kids where I grew up. We don't live in this area anymore, but I wanted the kids to see where I grew up and hung out as a kid. So, and then we came by. We still go to church in this area. We go to Christ the King Church. Plus, I have a passion for classic movies, so I drag my daughters to the movie theater next door to see whatever they got going on there. So there's quite a bit going on in this area. We love the sweet potatoes, we love the coffee, we love the movies.
There's something about you, baby. I can't get enough. There's something about you, baby. I got you looking at me, I'm gonna call you bluff. There's something about you.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Have you been a dad today?
Why do I call it a funny bone? Why can't penguins fly? Like a sea safety. Can we go to the moon on vacation?
If you think it's tough answering these questions, imagine the ones you'll get if your child is diagnosed with cancer. CureSearch.org can help. It's run by doctors and scientists whose research has led to an overall cure rate of 78%. You're not as alone as you feel.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 little piggies ready to play. The big pig is Pedro. Pedro Piggy. He's the big piggy.
Everyday moments can become teaching moments because learning starts long before school does. Give your child the start they need at bornlearning.org.
Okay, so are we ready, Purple Group?
Yeah.
Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our fragrant oil, and the scent that we're gonna use is called Hawaiian Punch. We all like Hawaiian Punch, right?
Yes.
Right, you smell it? like that.
That gives me dizzy.
Yeah, don't take it deep. It's very concentrated. It's very strong. So we're going to measure some, and I use a glass measuring cup.
Don't drink it.
That is correct. We don't want to drink it.
It just smells good.
It smells really good. So I need 2 volunteers. I'm going to, what's your name, sweetheart? I can't see. Madison. Madison, please, ladies, can't touch the table. I need everyone to back off the table. It's very important. Very, very important. Okay, Madison. And then, let's see. We have both Madisons. How about that? Yeah. What I would like for you to do, little Madison, is come around on this side of the table. And also you, big Madison, come around to this side of the table. And what we're going to do, Madison, is we're going to take the purple dye. So we're going to take a couple, and then if you can stir that up for me, Madison, I'll take the thermometer out.
Well, Madison.
Stir it. You gotta stir fast.
It's turning purple.
Yes, it is. Do we want a light purple or a dark purple?
A light purple. A light purple.
Okay, we got you. Light purple. Thank you so much, Madison. So now I would like the older Madison. This is very the most important part, and we're going to add the fragrant oil. I'm going to pour it, and as soon as I pour it, I need you to start stirring quickly. What we're going to do is take turns. I want you to stir it, count to 10, and then we're going to rotate around the room, okay? So I'm going to pour this in, hold the handle, and then start to stir. Next. Start stirring. Next, start stirring. We gotta go really, really fast.
So how are you in this group? Okay, we gotta be in the other
Yep, go in the other room. This is only for the purple group. Okay, next. What's your name, sweetie? Nadia. Go ahead, Nadia. We're just gonna work around the table till we all get a turn to stir.
Step up so you'll be ready.
Do we all like the way that it smells? Okay, you want to keep that in there.
Okay, next.
Next.
Come this way.
Yep, just go around.
Hold the handle while you stir. Hold the handle. Hold the handle.
Hold the handle, yep. And once it begins to get cooler, we'll be able to see the color it is.
You
Yep, gotta keep stirring. And we'll know that it's going to be a light purple, so it really looks dark in there. But when it begins to solidify and it needs to get really thick and hard, then you're going to be able to see it's a lighter purple. Okay? Okay. Next person, Elena.
Hold your handle over here.
Yeah, I need you to go out there, sweetheart. Next. Come on, Jalen. Amy, you're the last one. You got to give it that last good stir, okay? Oh, that's a good job. Justice, we're going to call your group soon. You've already been in here. 5. Yep, that's good. Okay, Amy, our last stir. Now that we've done all the stirring, the next thing that we're going to do is allow this to set up, and it's going to take about a half an hour. So this is what we're going to prepare for lunch. So in a half an hour, we're going to come back, and this will be all ready for us to pour and make our candles. So you're almost done. Yes, go ahead. So we're almost done. See how easy that was to make a candle?
Yeah, that was fun.
Are you all set, Amy? So I'm going to give it a final stir. And so we can all see. See that?
Oh, purple.
Let me see it.
See?
Is it going to be a light purple?
Yes, it is. It's going to be a light purple.
I saw a little light purple on
You
this.
see that? So we're going to set this over here. And now,
Is
we
that
get ready for our pink group.
Pink group.
Yep, pink
Okay,
group.
good job,
Thank you
purple
so
group.
much,
Take
ladies.
your
Good
jars.
job. Take your jars.
And we'll come back
Elena,
later.
I need to put that up, okay? Because I don't want it to get lost.
I thought we were going
Okay, everybody bring their jar with you. No, we're gonna make, that's a lot more difficult to make.
Hello, everyone. I'm Detroit City Councilman James Tate, and I am excited to be here at the Detroit Candle Company with our guest today, the owner, Miss Tonette Katrese Arnold. Tonette, thank you for having us here. Really appreciate the opportunity. Tell me this. I know your story. I know you've had a long life of potential challenges for other people, but for you, you've looked at it as opportunities. You know, I know about the adoption. I've gone online and we've had conversations. Tell me a little bit about your story and why should people care about you and where you are right now in this point in your life?
I was given up for adoption 5 days after my birth, and unfortunately, back then, for my birth mom, because she was only 19, she had no rights as a mother. So my grandmother actually initiated the adoption. So my mom, she had me, and they took me from her within 5 days, and I never see my mom again until 30 years later. During the time when I was being raised by my adoptive mom, we also, I babysit. I've always loved children. That's always been my gift. It started with my little brother, and then I just babysit all the kids in the neighborhood. Well, one little boy, I ended up babysitting for a very long time, and my mom ended up adopting him. So, and I didn't know about my adoption. That's a whole nother story in itself. So, it was me, my younger brother, Laron, and then my baby brother, Dion. And then at the age of 30 is when I became aware of the adoption. So aggressively, I sought out my family, and I found them in a month and a half. So some of my nieces and nephews, they're here. I was able for the first time. So this is like a big, huge event for me because I was able to teach my nephews and nieces how to make candles. I am the oldest of 6. So I have 2 other brothers from my adoptive family, and then I also have my birth family. So it's a whole bunch of us. But of my adoptive family, I didn't only have one niece. Well, 2 nieces, but they're young. Well, it's 13 in my birth family. So my mom did a lot of stuff. So that's the biggest thing for me, just to be a part of a big family, because I always longed for it. As I stated, I've only had brothers, so to be able to get 3 sisters at the age of 30, I mean, who does that happen to? So to tell me that there's no such thing as hope or faith, no, I can't believe it, because again, all my life I wanted sisters, and at 30, so you really can't tell me that I can't have what I want, or I can't do what I do, or my faith isn't strong enough to make things happen.
So I know you have to be excited. I mean, this doesn't just happen to anyone.
7 out of every 10 homes use candles. So that's 70% of the population. So how many people buy jewelry? Not that many. So when I saw that, I'm like, wow, 7 out of 10 people, I mean, I could really make this into a business, and I could, take it from a customer satisfaction approach, if you will. I do what makes my customers happy. And then, of course, I love to talk. So this is the first job. My customers can come in and we could talk for hours, and they won't call the boss. So it just, my candle making is my craft, if you will, that God uses to bring the people in. And then, of course, He uses my voice and my talent to keep them and retain them and to bring hope. So I'm just thankful that He picked me to do it. I have 2 children, a 22-year-old daughter. She lives in Augusta, she lives in Augusta University. She went to Augusta University, graduated, and now she lives in Augusta, Georgia, and she'll be home the 23rd. And then I have a 13-year-old son, and that's my baby sister over there in the back. That's my other sister. So, and that was the other thing, and I'm thankful because I really believe in a legacy. And then just the thing with having children and my family, I want to be able to, I want Auntie, that's why I have 2 names, because my mom never denied my siblings the right to know of their sister. So all their lives, they knew that Katrese exists. So I couldn't tell them, you can't call me Katrese, you have to call me Tonette, because in their world, we have a big sister out there somewhere named Katrese. And that was their world. So I couldn't take that from them. But then on the other hand, my adoptive mom, she legally changed my name. I could not go by Tonette because everyone knew Tonette. But who I am, I'm Tonette Katrese. And I can't, I can't take away either of those names. So
Tonette, tell me this. I mean, I understand, with your childhood, you've gone through things, and we see kids out here with no hope. What are you doing in your capacity to try to instill this hope for this new generation?
Well, we started today. Today was my very first candle making workshop. When I initiated it, I was only going to start with 15 children. That was it. We have 25. And the one thing that I did share with the children, like you said, who would want to be a candle maker? But that's what I want them to understand, that don't restrict your dreams. You can, whatever your craft is, God will perfect it. God will bring the people. But that's exactly entrepreneurship, how to think, you know, with their mind. I did graduate in OCC, Early Childhood Development, so I did go to school for that, and I taught in daycares. So I understand how important it is to nurture both the left and the right side of the brain. And I really believe that if we teach them, and I do believe in college. I did the college thing, but my mind is so creative. Even when I went to college, I thought outside the box. I wrote my papers outside the box. Even in management, I thought outside the box. I ran my team outside the box. So I really want kids to understand, and even parents, that being creative is a good thing. And if you have a child with an idea, that idea can go from, like, well, what do you think, Mom, to your own business as being a candle maker. So that's what I'm giving back, to teach kids how to think, to say, hey, I can be a candle maker and have my own business. And then another thing that I want to do for my family is, when my business, of course, get in the position, each of my nieces and nephews, when they, of 18 and when they graduate, or 17 from high school, I want to have $1,000 waiting for them. Either we're going to, your money to go off to college, or the first $1,000 that you need to start off your business. And I want to start it at home, but hopefully by that time, I will be able to do it for other kids within our community. And it starts here. I think maybe we sponsored 9 of the children in the class. So 9 of the children of the class, they were from low-income families. They may not been able, to afford the class, so I did extend it to 9 children in our classroom today. There no charge, lunch and everything was provided. They don't even know that they didn't have to pay. That's just, and then there are, of course, we have children that are from families that can't afford the $10 fee, the $10 fee for the class. So that's how the class went from 15 to 25, because we were going to sponsor 9, open it up for another, 5. But then when all the other kids came, I'm like, well, if I can get help, let's do it. So
tell me, from your beginnings of where you started at to now here in your own place of business, tell me, how did you get here?
I worked in banking for 17 years. And as you know, I was a branch manager for 5 years, and we had goals, and we had to sell a certain amount of checking accounts each month, and I was in charge of a team of 7. And what I did, I took the knowledge of banking and applied it to my craft, candle making, and turned it into a business that way. But as far as what got me into it, I've played in my mom's lipstick, making, mixing my own colors, playing in her nail polish. And I went towards the candle making because back 9 years ago, either you made jewelry, gift baskets, bath and body products. To make a candle, it was unheard of. So I went into it, and I bought a candle, in fact. And when I met a lady, I'm like, a candle maker? There's people that we can physically talk to that make a candle. And I took it home, and I took it apart. I took all the stuff out, and I called her, and I said, did you do this, and can you teach me how to do it? And she said, well, I'll tell you how to do it, but I can't tell you all of my secrets. And so I went online, I Googled it, if you will, and I just educated myself that way. So I'm kind of smart. I don't talk about the smartness side of me, but I'm kind of smart. But it was just, honestly, wanted to do something different, go against the grain. Again, I didn't want to do jewelry. I didn't want to do gift baskets, sewing, anything like that. I just simply wanted to make a candle, and I liked smelling good. So let's go back there. I love to walk into a home, and it smells good. I believe that scents and smells kind of dictate our mood, if you will. If you smell something stinky, it's going to put you in a bad mood. If you smell something really good, it's going to put you in a good mood. So just to be able to, put people in great moods when I'm not around them, I like that too. So
tell me, how do you come up with your scents?
Well, I do work with a couple perfumists. I work with suppliers, some locally here in Michigan, some outside of Michigan. So some of the names are already, named for me, like Monkey Farts. Monkey Farts is my #1 seller. That name was already given to me by my perfumist, but because we thought it was so funny, we kept it.
Now, I hear you just said the Monkey Farts, and I've smelled it. I love them. I'm going to actually pick up a few before I leave here today. But just tell me what's in Monkey Farts.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. It's everything that a monkey eats. So a monkey will eat a strawberry, a banana, coconut, a little hint of vanilla. What else? Banana, grapefruit. So it's whatever a monkey will eat, and after it digests, then that's what we hope to smell. So monkey farts. And then Silly Rabbit is my second bestseller. And when you smell it, it makes you say, tricks are for kids. Because that's what does Silly Rabbit smell like? And then after they smell it, I get it, tricks are for kids, because it smells exactly like tricks. Detroit Candle Company will be all over the world. I'll start all those babies back there. They'll have their own store. I'll be able to say, I remember we made candles 10 years ago. That's my goal, just to teach children the craft, teach adults the craft, teach whoever wants to learn the craft, and just have Detroit Candle Companies everywhere. Have you ever smelt a monkey fart? If you come down to Detroit Candle Company at 17340 Lahser Road in Detroit, I guarantee you'll smell the best monkey fart ever. Promise you.
And I see you have your coffee there. I have me a cup as well, but mine's a little bit different than yours.
Yes.
It's a candle, which is awesome. And you put this together as well?
Yes, I made that. Actually, that candle was made for Miss Alicia Marion, the owner of the Motor City Java House. And she asked me, make me a coffee candle. And it was a challenge. I had never made a coffee candle before in my life. So when I brought that in, I believe that's where our business relationship began. Cool. Because I was a coffee drinker, and then I brought that in, and she said, can you make enough of them and turn it into a store? I think I can, and we got here.
Well, great job.
So that's a good thing that you picked that one up, because that's an inspiration right there.
Great job. We look forward to seeing you grow, not just here in the city of Detroit, but also around the world. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I want to thank you so much for, again, allowing us in your home and giving us an opportunity to showcase to the city of Detroit some of the great things that are happening in Detroit that's making our city a better Detroit.